everyone, welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to be talking about my favorite characters from Game of Thrones. I know this is super late. Game of Thrones came out a while ago, but I literally just finished season 7 a couple weeks ago. I have been stubborn about watching it, and I finally gave in and watched it, and I loved it. Game of Thrones comes on HBO, and I think the next season comes out next year. So if you haven't watched it yet, make sure you watch it because it is amazing. So this video will have some spoilers because I'm just going to talk about some of the characters. But without further ado, let's get started in this video. Make sure to like and subscribe, and let's get started. Alright, so my favorite character from the whole entire series is Jon Snow. I love me some Jon Snow. Jon Snow is from the Stark family. He is a bastard child so far. But if you watch season 7, you'll figure out who he actually is. But throughout the whole season, everyone knows him as Ned Stark's bastard son. And he was in charge of the Night Watch, which is like the people who protect everyone from, you know, the invaders coming in from the wall, the outside people. And he's just an amazing character. Like, he's been on every single episode for the most part throughout all the seasons. I really love his character and his personality, and like him being truthful all the time, which sometimes, you know, could be bad because he was truthful and like times that he should have lied. But always being truthful and just like being a strong character that we can depend on. This is a spoiler, but he does die in the season, and then he comes back. That's like season 5 or season 6. So he dies, but he comes back. I was so mad when he died. When he came back, I was like, Lord Jesus, thank you. I'm so excited he's back. So I'm very excited about that. But he is definitely my favorite character of the entire show. My second favorite character is Arya Stark. She is actually the daughter of Ned Stark and Jon's little sister. She is I love Arya. She's amazing. In the beginning of the season, she's just like a little girl who's like trying to be a lady, but she doesn't want to be a lady. She wants to be like the knight, so she's like fighting and learning how to fight with swords and everything. But like throughout the series, you just see her progress into the strong, independent woman that she is. I mean, amazing. She becomes part of the faceless god culture, and like it's like a religion kind of, and like they believe in the god death. And my cat is walking in front of my stuff. Come on. Come on. Thank you. So anyway, so she believes in the faceless god. So basically you can change your face, and like she goes around and kind of assassinates people, but it's really cool because she can change her face. She's really good about revenge. And why are you biting my toe? Anyway, she is like all for revenge, and I just love that because, like, you know, everybody has wronged her in her life, and she just wants to get revenge for her father's death, because that was a shock to everybody in the like very few like beginning episodes of the whole entire series. So she is very, very, very a strong woman. I just love her character so much. The next favorite character is Daenerys Targaryen. She is from the Targaryen family. She is the only one left, because there is like 2 other people on the show who actually turned out to be Targaryens. So she is like she has like blonde, like platinum blonde, like white hair, so like you know she's a Targaryen. But like her character is awesome too. She's the mother of dragons, the breaker of chains. She goes around and helps all these cities that have slaves, and she frees them and like becomes not their master, but she becomes their queen. She has 3 kids that are her dragons, and they're huge by the end of the series. They're huge dragons. I love the dragons. But she just has like a really good personality as well. She's a leader. She's a born leader, and she just wants to take back her throne that was taken away from her when they killed her father. Her father was mad, but you know, the Lannisters, who I hate, and you'll hear all about the Lannisters that I hate in the next video, because I'll do the top 10 ones I hate. But she is just a strong character throughout the entire series, and I'm definitely rooting for her. The next favorite character I have is Brienne of Tarth. She came out like later in the seasons, like season 4 or 5, I think. But she was protecting, what's her name? Catelyn Stark, which is Ned's wife. So she was like her protector basically after her king. I forgot. See, I'm going to forget people's name. But the king that was in charge of the Tyrell family, he got killed by Stannis, so she like was his protector, but then she went over to him, or went over to Catelyn, because Catelyn basically saved her life because they would have blamed her for the death of that guy. I forgot his name, but I'll insert the name. I forgot his name, but it was Stannis' fault, not hers. But anyway, she spent a couple of episodes trying to find Sansa and Arya because her mom said, you need to protect my daughters no matter what. Like, whatever happens to me, protect my daughters. And she does, like, to the finish. She protects those daughters. So she's just a really good character. She's a big woman. Like, she's super tall. She's not afraid to fight men, which is awesome. Like, she's a strong character. She's not like the ladies of, you know, Game of Thrones time. But she's just an amazing character. My next favorite character is Brandon Stark. He is Stark family. One of the sons of Ned's. I liked him. Like, at the first, I wasn't sure if he was going to survive or not because he, like, fell from a tower after seeing the Lannister, brother and sister who were twins, you know, doing the dirty, and they're twins. So that was a whole story in itself. But I really like him now. Like, in the beginning, like I said, I wasn't sure if he was going to survive or not because he was crippled, so he got paralyzed. But, like, now he is an amazing person. He's a three-eyed raven, so he can go back in time and, like, not fix things, but he can see things from all over the place. Like, he has vision everywhere. He's a warrior, so he can, like, take over people's minds, take over, like, animals, and, like, see through their vision and, like, control them. So I really like that. Like, that's an amazing power to have. But other than that, he's just, like, a good character, and really good character to see what's happening in other places because, like I said, he can see, like, everywhere. My next favorite character is Tyrion Lannister. He's a dwarf of the show. He's a Lannister son. Like, at the beginning, I was kind of iffy because I wasn't sure if he was, like, crazy like the Lannisters or if he was, like, different. But, like, when you start watching it, you see that he is different. He's not like his brothers and sisters and his dad. Like, he wants to help people. He's not about killing people just because, like, he wants to kill them. Like, he's really, really... He's a good character. He's kind of like a comedy support. Like, he does a lot of funny stories or whatever. But, like, towards the end of the series, I really liked him because he's on Daenerys Targaryen's side, and he becomes her right hand. So, like, he's really involved in the lifestyle of trying to take out his family so he can get Daenerys onto the throne where he thinks that she belongs. So, I mean, he's a good character. He has made some mistakes. He has murdered some people. But other than that, I like him in the storyline as a person. My next favorite character is Tommen Lannister. This is Cersei and Jaime Lannister's son. They're, like I said, they're the twins, so that's their son. But he became king after his brother Joffrey got killed around season 4, I think. So he became king, and I like him. Like, he's a sweetheart. He wasn't cruel at all. He, like, always believed in the people. Never wanted anyone to die. He's just a really nice character, like a really refreshing, like, king character. I would have loved him if he was still king, but of course Cersei was crazy. And I'll talk about his wife in a little bit, next one. But Cersei basically killed Margaery, which was Tommen's wife, and Tommen killed himself because he loved her so much that he couldn't live without her. So, like, he was that kind of character. And I really thought that it was really refreshing to see that in, like, the authority figure of a king. And then, like, the next person I was going to talk about is Margaery Tyrell. I like her. She's, like, really fun. She's, like, always challenged Cersei because, you know, she hated what Cersei was doing. She was supposed to marry Joffrey, but her grandmother hated Joffrey with all, like, you know, who would want you to, if you saw the show, you wouldn't want anyone to marry Joffrey. Joffrey was freaking, I hate Joffrey so much. Hated him so much. He was evil. He was crazy. He killed a lot of people. So basically the grandmother killed Joffrey so that Margaery would marry Tommen, which was the better choice, and I agree with that. But they fell in love with each other. Margaery was for the people. She became dedicated to the faith at the end before she died because Cersei blew all the faith up, basically. Cersei blew up the church that blew up all of the Tyrell's family that was in it for the most part. So that was crazy in itself. So there's just so many twists and turns that happen in the show that you have to watch. It's just an amazing show. Favorite character is Sansa Stark, Arya's bigger sister, and, you know, Ned and Catelyn's daughter. At first, I hated her because she basically got her father killed, and, like, she was crazy, kind of. She was just like, I want to be the queen so bad that she basically would, like, take Joffrey's side over everybody else's just so she could be queen. Since then, she has been through a lot of stuff, being what's his name? Being Ramsay Bolton's wife and she was raped. So there's like a lot of things that happened to her that I appreciated her because she stayed strong throughout it all. So like even though all these hardships and everything was happening to her, family was getting killed off by all these people, she stayed strong and is becoming like the Lady of Winterfell right now. And we haven't figured out like what's gonna happen because Jon and Daenerys are like doing their own thing right now. So when they come back, we'll see what happens. But she right now is the Lady of Winterfell, so I like her character and her personality now. But beginning, I didn't. And then lastly, my 10th character is Ned Stark. Very brief, he was in it, but if you read the books, I guess he was in it a lot more. But very, very brief. He was only in season 1 because he did end up getting killed. But towards the end of the series, you see what happened and what secret he's been keeping this entire time of like the true identity of Jon Snow. So just his personality and seeing like he would do anything for his children even if they weren't from him was amazing. Like he was a great father, and for that's why he's on this my little list. But the other characters that I want to talk about was Robb Stark. He was like the king of the North for a little bit, but sadly the people in Westeros did not like that, so he got killed, and his wife that was pregnant was also killed. And his mom was killed in the same place. It was called the Red Wedding. They were all killed together, and it was very, very sad. But he was like a spirit that was uplifting, like, yay, finally something's going to happen to Lannisters, and, they killed him off, so that sucked. And then next one is Bran. He's kind of iffy because he's not like good, but he's not bad. He's like in the middle, kind of. Like sometimes he's on the good side, sometimes he's on the bad side, so it just depends. But I just liked him because he was like the comedic character, and it was just like really funny. And then the last one, I forgot his name, and I'll put this in there, but he's one of the wildlings. He's like not the leader, but he's like in it a lot. He has orange hair and he's a beard. I'll put the picture in and I'll put the name in, but I forgot his name right now. But he's just really funny, and he's just like really straightforward. Like he doesn't care. He has like a thing for Brienne. Like he's always looking at her like from the corner. So it was really funny. But those are the characters that I love from Game of Thrones. Like I said, I highly encourage you to watch it. And without that, I'm done. So have a great day. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jade, and if you're new to my channel, make sure to like and subscribe. And I post videos every